Hey, what's up, people? No matter if you own a personal or business website, it's important that your visitors are able to reach you when they need you. Yes, that is simple. Put a contact form on your website and receive emails directly from your website. But question is, which form and how? In this tutorial, I will show you how to create simple forms and more advanced forms in your WordPress website. I will show you how to customize these forms and match theme and color schemes of your website, and how to configure emails and confirmation messages. We will add Google CAPTCHA to prevent spammer from abusing contact form from your website. Yes, all this with the free version of world's most popular plugin, Contact Form 7. My name is Mazhar, and at Right Solutions, I create tutorials for all you DIY people. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to get the notification for my next video. Now, without any further ado, let's head to the WordPress dashboard and continue with this tutorial. Log into the WordPress dashboard and head straight to the plugin section and click on Add New to add the plugin. And here in the search bar, just type in Contact Form 7. So this is the plugin we are going to use for creating contact forms on our website here. So if you just look at the active installation, it's about 5 million plus, quite a huge number. Definitely shows the strength of the plugin. For the ratings, you can say that's 1,766 4-star rating. Well, it's not bad actually. 5 million people are using it, so 1,700 people had rated it. So it's a very strong plugin. So anyway, the next one is if you look at the last update, which is about 4 weeks ago, and checking at the compatibility of the WordPress version which is installed on our server. So it's compatible. There are more information. You can just click on more detail to just get the information you're looking for. But it's a very strong, best rated plugin. So let's install it now. And after the installation is finished, just activate this plugin right now here. As soon as the plugin is activated, if you just look at the left side on your dashboard menu, there's a new item appeared on the left side with the title of contact. So if you just click on it, you will just see the first contact form already has been created. This is a simple form which makes your website to get the new form embedded at once. So you can just see this is the shortcode. So I'll just show you how simple and how easy it is to get going just after installation the plugin. So just click this, just copy this shortcode here. And let's go to the pages. Just say add new page, and here in this section here, just add the title. Just say let's call it simple form. And here, if you just click on this add block plus sign, and just look for the shortcode. Okay, so this is the shortcode here. Just click on it and copy this shortcode this place here. And now just say publish, and publish again. And now, as soon as the page is published, just click on view page. So this is your form. It's already created and it is ready to go. So you can just see that, put your name here, put your email address, and put the subject. So I just say hello and put a text message, whatever you want to say. That just say hi, and just say send. And this form is on a way. And if you'll just see that, it will just give you a message that thank you for your message. It has been sent. So it is so quick, so simple, so easy. It is just a simple form. And if you look at this button is dependent on your theme's design. So the color and the size of the button is set by default. It automatically gets in effect. So the fonts and the rest of the settings are just theme dependent. So this was the simple way, easier for you to just get going just with few clicks. But I know that you would want to customize this form as per your taste, or maybe as per your theme and your color scheme. So let's see how we do that. Let us just look into the forms and create few forms first, and then we'll see how to customize these forms and to make it just seemingly go along with the themes of your website. So for that, let's go back to the contact forms here. There are two ways. You can just say add new, or you can just duplicate this one, your choice. So let's say if we let's once duplicate it and just give a name. Let's say instead of keeping it copy, just say contact form 2. And let's go down here. If you just look at the fields here, so there are a lot of options which you can actually use. So there's it says label your name, which you can just see that as it appears here. This is the label. And if you just look at the name, after the name, it's a label says your email, and then it's required. So these are the required field. So this is the subject line. It's not required. It's an optional your message. So let's say if we can just add something else in it. So there are so many options for you which you can do. So what you can do is like you can just ask you can just tell them to provide the telephone. So just let's go after the email. Just add a space and click telephone. So here, just pay attention on this one because we're going to create multiple forms. So it's important to have the name of these tags to be unique. If you have, let's say it says name, if you just say telephone, so the second form when you say telephone, so it will create a conflict for you. So just let it be tel124. So just say the default value, your phone number, just say this phone number. So you can just okay, there's another option. Use this text as a placeholder. We'll see in the next form. So this is your form, your tag created here. If you just look at this, so this is your tag. So if you just insert this here, so you will just see that. Okay, so now the tag has been created. If we look at this form, if we just insert this form, let's say go to the same page here and edit this page and add another block here with a short code. And let's see if we can just save this first here. So now you can see the short code also has changed. So just copy this short code and let's go and add this short code here. So I can just show the difference. What is the difference? What we did. So just update this page and now view page. So this was the first form and this is the second form. So if you just look at this here, the telephone number what we added, it is just in the field here. So now this was the label which we had seen previously, but this one it is gone into the field. So how we can just bring it back onto the label? So we just need to write down front of the just above the telephone field. So just say open an angle bracket. So just say label, close the bracket, and then select this one here. Actually, cut this off from this place. Cut it here, paste it here, and remove this quotation marks. So here, so now at the end here, if you just simply make a space and then open an angle bracket and the slash and then again label and then close this bracket here. So I'll just save it now. So if we go back and refresh our page here, so you will see that your phone number had been placed above the field. It's called label. So these places here. So let's say we added the telephone number. What else we can just request? Actually, you know what? After the email, we should look for URL. So you can just ask them to provide the website URL. So let's add this. So let's say your website. So insert the tag here. So again, the same thing, what we'll add here, open the angle bracket here, label, close the bracket, and then cut this, your website, place it here, remove the quotation marks, close the brackets here again, the same thing, just use the angle bracket and label and close the bracket again. So if you just save it here and go back and refresh your page, so you can just see that now we had also added another field, your website, your phone number, subject, and then messages. Okay, so this is form number 2. So let's save this form, and now let's start making another form from the beginning. Now here, let's say add new, and give a name contact form 3. So what we can do is just remove this all, start right from the beginning. So let's say add a text field here. So this is the text field, say required, and just give the name here. So say your name, you can just say full name, your name, whatever you want. If you want name field 2, you can say first name and the second name, but let's keep it a simple full name on one place. So use this text as a placeholder of the field. So just click here and I'll show you what this is. So just say insert this tag here, just give a space. Now just look for the email. So let's say value your email. So make this also as a required field. So use this as a placeholder So insert this tag again. Let's add the website here. So your website, and use this as a placeholder. Now there are some options. Drop-down menu. You can just put some options. You can ask a question and put some values, and you can just ask them to select one of them. You can use the checkbox, or you can use the radio button. So let's use the radio button. So here we'll ask a question, how do you know about us? So you can just give them the option, 2 or 3 options. Let's say on the FM radio, but keep one option, one line. So just say the TV, YouTube. So we have these options. So put label first and the check at the last. You can just, this is your choice, but you don't need to let it go like this. So here, so if you just insert this tag, so this tag is here inserted, but the thing is now we got the options, but there's no question. So let's say, how did you hear about us? Question mark. So this is the question, and it will have these options. So they have to choose one of these 3. So now go down and add some area for the message. So just click on this. So let this be here. So just type your message and use this as a placeholder and insert tag. Your form almost created. So just now what we need to add is submit button. So just click on this one here. So just add the label. You can just say whatever you want to say. That will say submit, or maybe say send, your choice. This is the label. The attribute will be submit. Insert this tag here. So after creating submit button, just save this form here. So now your third form is also ready. So if you just want to see how this third form looks like, we can just go back and edit this page again and add one more block and see how the third form looks like. So just create a shortcode. Sorry, we have to copy the shortcode here. So this is the shortcode ID. Just copy it. So just add this and update, and just view page. So you can just see that this is the third form which we created. So you can just say that your name is into the field. So as soon the person will start typing, the name will disappear. And then here you got 3 options before sending. So you have to just choose which one he had. We can just add a fourth one, none of the above, or just none of these. But okay, this is just we're just testing it. So let's say still our form is not completed. If you just see that there are other tabs which you need to look into. So if you just look at the second tab, this is the from tab, where the information is provided from the visitor who will just is going to send you the message. So the next tab about the mail. So if you just look here, you can just see these fields. So what you see here, the email address, the email will come to you from your website with this email address. It will go to this email address, but from what, of course, it has to go from the same website which is the form is hosted. So this is correct here. So if you go on this one, the subjects from subject of the person who had actually filled the forms. So whatever the subject he selects, this subject will come here. So here, if you can just see that in this reply to field, your email. So here, if we just look at the email tag which we created, it doesn't say your email tag. So what you need to just do it. This is the email tag which we created for this. That's why I said you have to have a separate email tag. So instead of having your email, that you need to copy this one. So just say we copy this, and instead of having your email, we just need to paste this one here. And if we save it now, so the error would go. So all these tags which we are able to use in this set of form, you can just see that these tags are usable. So you can just put these tags on the places where you can just where it's appropriate. It depends what message, what you want to know. So if you could just say that your name, your email, okay. So it is just saying that instead of having your email here, we'll just have the same email. So we can just place this one here. This is pretty much your form ready again. So you can just change your message, the message which the person has typed in the form. That message will be in the message body here. So you will receive an email with this information. So the person, his name, his email, his or her email, and then the subject, and then the message body, whatever message had been sent to you. And at the bottom, you will just see that it is an information. You can just change whatever you want. So this email will say that this had been come from your business website, or maybe your, or whatever you want to just say this. So this is pretty much the second side, and the messages here. There are messages on every occasion when whenever your visitor is sending you a message, if the message has been sent successfully, so this message will show at the bottom of the page. You can change it, customize it, and then when the message failed for some reason, maybe email is not right, maybe the required field is not filled, so this message will come. So these are all the messages. You can customize them on this page. So these are general messages. Whatever the field you will add into your form, these messages will you can edit the appropriate message. So there's some next tag. If you just look at it, there's some additional settings you can add. You can add some tags or maybe some codes, but we don't need to. So this is pretty much the form number 3. So just save this again. So let's create another form here. Let's go and click again, just say add new. Okay, so form is already created. Normally we don't need to. I was just showing you what fields you can add. So what we need to do is here, I'll just show you a few more. You see that if you look at checkboxes, radio button, and drop down menu, they similarly work on the same pattern. So here is the next form about acceptance, which is I see in mostly because of this GDPR. It's important in some European countries that you actually, all the European countries, you have to have terms and conditions and privacy policy acknowledged. The visitor is accepting our terms and conditions. So just let's say go add a space here. So just click this acceptance. Type here condition, like, so we'll take this here. I accept terms and conditions. Make this checkbox optional now when we are asking them. So don't make it optional. So insert the tag here. So if you just see that this is the tag we created here, but the thing is we need to connect this to some of the form. We have to create a privacy policy or something. So for that, what I'll do here, just let's go to my website, take this URL and go back here, and let's see how we do here. Just so open a angle bracket, just write A and then space href equals to put the quotation marks and paste this URL here. Just remove this one and quotation mark and space again, and put target equal to underscore blank, and then quotation marks here, and close the bracket here. Now just after this I accept, just let's close that. Let's give a space /a and close this bracket here. So now when you save it, so this is the form 4. So if we just give a name, contact form 4, save it here, copy this form, and let's go and add again, edit page, add another tag here, says shortcode, paste it here, update, and view page. So let's go to the last one here. If we just look at this, this was the form we created, and here's the acceptance. If you just click on it, it will open in a new page, the terms and condition of the URL you placed. You can use your website URL. Maybe you can create a separate page here. So these are the terms and conditions we agree to, but you have to select it and then send it. If you don't select it, it won't allow you to send this form. So here we are. We had created 4 different forms, and we had seen how these forms work. So let us see how we can style them according to your choice, and maybe to match it with your theme and the color scheme of your website. So for that, there are different type of tools which are available on the net, and of course there are some of them also free. I will also be using one free. My website has been built using Page Builder Elementor. So I'll be using one plugin which is known as an essential add-on for Elementor. Yeah, with this, so we'll use the customization of the form here. So let's go and install. And if you had a different page builder you need to find out, you can just question me in the comments. I'll tell you what customizer you can use. So let's go back to the plugin section and click on Add New. And type in here essential add-ins for Elementor. Oh, come on. Yeah. So here, this is the plugin we are going to use. So if you just look at it, 600,000 active installations and 1,455 5-star rating. And the update about 4 days ago, and it is compatible with our version. You can just click for more details, but let's install it. And after installation completes, just activate this. Okay, so here is our plugin installed and activated. So let's see what we do here. Let's go to visit our website, and instead of creating a new page, let's go to our contact page. Just click on the contact page here. So I'll just show you how my contact page looks on this website. So you can just see this is the page here where we have no interaction. It's just given the email address and the location and telephone number. So it does not have any interaction for the visitors to just reach me here. So what we can do is just click on this edit with Elementor. So as we come here, so let's see, we insert intersection here. So just click this, just bring this here, maybe underneath your choice. We can just create a new field as well, but let's do it at the same place here. So now we got these two forms here. So just let's say first, let us bring some widgets here. So look at the icon text box here. So just let's say bring this here. So just select, change this library, look for home. So select this one, insert this. So let's okay, so yeah, well, I think we should look at the color scheme. So let me select pick the color. So this is the color which is we are going to use here. So just let's go into the style. So color, paste that color here. So you can just see the color has changed. So here, let's see, go to the headings. So typography, just paste this color again here. So that looks pretty much similar to our website here. So let's add some space on the top. So place this spacer here. So I think that should be okay. So let's duplicate this. All right, so go again here and let's okay, we know about it. So just change, let's say phone. So let's pick this one here, insert this. Okay, so you can just change this line here. So call us. Okay, and you can just change this again. If you go to content, yes, home, you can just say contact us. Okay, so update this. Okay, this is just to make our form little visible, how we are actually placing it on the website. So it should look little better. So now here, let's add our form now. So let's go back again to the widgets and type here contact form. So here's the contact form 7. So just drag this widget here. And now if you just look at this side here, so it gives you the option of bringing the contact form. So just click here and see all these forms that we created here, they are here. So let's start with the first one. So this is the first form here. So as you click here, so now it's just say, there is your form here. Okay, don't worry, we'll just do it, we'll customize it. It will look beautiful. So let's say you want to add title, so just yes, add title. So just say, please send us a brief message. This is the title of the form. If you want to, you can just change it. So there's something else you can add from descriptions. You can just if you want to add some more information here, but I don't see a point to just add any other details here. Otherwise, you can just switch it on and you just add whatever you want to add. It will appear beneath this your message. So, but we will just leave it off. So we'll just show label, and that's it. And the next form is about the error. So of course we want error to be shown. You can just hide it, but normally we should show errors if there's something wrong. Okay, so this is just simple inserted form. Now let's see how we design it. So we style it. So just click on the second option here, styling. So here, first thing, just look at the background, the type of background you want, what type of background you want for the container. This is the container. So I think you can change if you want. You can just select whatever the color you want. You can just change it. But I think we will not use any background for the container. We'll leave the container blank. We'll just use somewhere else. So you can here you can just justify. You can just align it on the left side. You can keep it in the middle. You can just keep it on the side, and you can just select the width of this form. You can just see how the form goes bigger and smaller. So leave it blank. For the responsive size, will go with your container here. I think we should add padding. So let's make it 30. So now it stays away from your box here. Now, if you look at the border of the form, which is this one, if you just want to add borders, you can just say the border type, just select a solid, maybe just give the size. And here, if you just look at the corners here, so if you just change the radius of the borders, just say, so you can just see that the form is getting curved. Well, normally just leave this as a square form, so we will not add any radius here, so we'll just keep it blank. So no borders. So here, this was the container. We had customized the container. So if we just go back to the title and description, this one here. So look at this title here. So just let's say the title color. Let's use the same color which we had on our website here. So this is, you can change even the fonts if you want. You can just go through this selection here. So you can just see whatever you want. You can just change the way you want it. So, but I think these forms are the standard forms which are gone with your theme. So let this be default. So this is, we don't have the description, so we don't need to change anything in the descriptions. So let's go to the next one, which is the input and text area. So just look at this background color here. So let's say we'll use background color this place. So just paste the color and just reduce the opacity. So just make it little lesser than this, so it will just match with the color scheme of your website. So if you can just see that now, it looks very close to our color scheme of the website. So this is pretty much with the text area. You can change the color. You can just change the space in between these, but keep it blank to just leave it default. And then the padding, if you want to, you can just add the padding, but normally we don't need to add the paddings. It's okay. So now the text indent, you can just add the text indent. Don't need it. Now input width, you can just change this width individually. You can just reduce the size if you just look at this size, but we'll just go with the default. Change it. So the text area width, that's the same thing. You can just change it if you want to increase or decrease it. Leave it with the default settings. So this was pretty much here. Okay, you can just here with the border type, you can just add very little border here on the side. So if we just click on the solid line and add a little bit about 1%. Oh, yeah, okay, the size 1, and let's put again the color here. So instead of having this, again reduce the transparency a little bit more here. So that looks better, that looks good. So just leave it here. Now the radius, if you just want to curve it a little bit, so just you can add a little bit about 5 radius on the corners. You can just see they're not very sharp now, but your choice. I believe I'll just leave it as the whole form. Well, yeah, 5 is good. So then you can change the typography here. If you just click on this, you will just see what fonts you want to change. If you just want to change any fonts here, maybe you can just change the line height. You can leave it blank. And here you can add shadow to the box. So if you just click here, you can just add the shadow, but we'll just leave it without the shadow. So this is about the input and text area. So just let's go to the labels now. These are the labels. We have to just change the colors most probably. Let's choose the same color. So it looks much closer to our this, and the same thing. Not only the color, you can just also change the type of fonts you want to use. You can just increase or decrease the size of the fonts. I'll leave it with the default. So that's pretty much for the design of your form here. The placeholders, we are not using on this form. We are not using the placeholder. These are the placeholders. We are not using this, so it's no need to work on the placeholders here, because you don't have anything typed in the placeholders. The radio button we don't have on this form. We don't have the radio button. The submit button, you can just see that we can change the submit button. If you look at this, it doesn't look very nice. So click on the submit button here, and you can just see where you want this button to appear. We'll keep it on this side, but the width we can just change it. So you can just click it here, and you can just move it, and you can just see how big or how small you want it. So let's say let's make it 150. So here it is. And if you just want this button, it's a rounded shaped button, because the default theme button settings are kept rounded. If you just don't want any round, you just want the square button, so just simply place a 0 here, and you can just see that your button shape will change. But let it go with the default, so we'll just leave it there. And if you just want any padding, it's already there, so you just don't need the padding. You can just see that this padding will change the. Oh, didn't want to that big. It will change the way these button will look. So we'll just leave it as a default, which will go with the theme settings. So this is the submit button. Also had been reshaped or redesigned. And errors, of course, it's the same thing. We just let the error. It's not. You can change the colors if you want. You can just possibly put the color maybe red or something. But we'll just leave it blank. So it will go with the theme colors. So we can also change the typing fonts for the error message which is shown. So if you want to do something with the border also, you can just do it. But yeah, we don't need it. So this is pretty much done. So you can just after submit feedback how to customize that. You can do that. But normally that's it. So if you just update this. And now view this new contact form, which we just changed it. So you can just see that previously it was just showing this, and now you have this form which shows different fields here. We can pretty much actually do something more here. So let's say content width, we can just change it a little bit here, so it looks a little more okay. You can customize this individually as well, but what we'll do, we'll just add padding here in this one, put it on the top 20 and bottom 20. So that's that looks good. And this one here, you can just change it, maybe add padding on the right side 40, and on the left side 40, maybe 50. So that's pretty much a design of your contact form on one page here. So this is one. So let's go ahead and Once you have designed this, it's very simple. Just duplicate this this one here, and now you got the same form duplicated. And it's very simple. What you need to do is, if you want to change the form here, you can just click on this and go and select the form number 2. And now you have form number 2 with all these additional information here. Then if you just want a different form, you can just click here, number 3. So now you have the third form with the placeholders, and you can just see you don't have to redesign it every time. Once you design it, you can just change the form, or maybe you can just place all different forms on different pages with a different question or with the different information. So if you just, let's say, fill this form here, sorry, yeah, we just need to update this. And if you come on this, the second form which we just inserted here, so just let's fill it up. Okay, my website, okay, just let's say writesolutions.ca. And where did I hear about you? We just heard about from YouTube, and just say message here, hello, and submit this. So that's it. Your message is gone. So your forms are fully working, and it's this is it. I believe knowing few demonstrations, you know how to customize this form with the theme and color scheme of your website. So let's see now something further. We see that these contact forms are generally, these places are very attracting for the spammers. The contact form 7 is also having integration with the Google CAPTCHA. So let's go and see how you can integrate Google reCAPTCHA. So to integrate Google reCAPTCHA, head back to the contact form in the dashboard. And here, if you just look at the bottom of the menu here, it says the integration. If you just click on the integration, you just see that there are a few options here. So it's a constant contact and the reCAPTCHA. So if you just open Google reCAPTCHA, if you click on it and open it in the new tab, and just here, if you just reach here, go onto the right side here, admin console, just click on it. And here, yeah, you get some options, some information here if you have a previous reCAPTCHA assigned to any website, so it will just show. But okay, I have a lot of tutorial sites, so you'll see that nothing is there. So anyway, just click on the plus sign here and create the new one. So give a label, just like let's say the mine one is the tutorial write solutions. We'll just use the same URL here. So now it depends which reCAPTCHA you want, which version you want, 2 or 3. 3 generally works integrated almost on your whole website. It just work, but it also shows a sign on most of your site. You can disable it, but well, normally this is the latest one. This reCAPTCHA version 2, it present a challenge to the visitor. Just he has to just click that challenge and see. So normally 3 is good. So let's create 3, and here just add the domain here. Which domain are you looking to add this reCAPTCHA in? So just click or put the domain, whatever the domain is, and then accept this and submit. So now you will see that these are the keys here. Okay, you have to keep this keys safe. Don't let this keys to be shown to the public. So there are 2 keys. One is the site key, and one is the secret key. So let's go back to the integration here. So copy the key. So set up integration. Click on this page, this one here, and add site key. The site key which we just copied from here. So copy site key. So paste it here, and then go back again and just copy the secret key and place this secret key here as well. And now, after placing these keys, save changes. And now the CAPTCHA is activated on your website. So now So if we refresh our page here, and you will just see that this CAPTCHA symbol is shown on the website here. If you just click on it, you'll just see that it says protected by reCAPTCHA. So this is pretty much your form is protected with the Google reCAPTCHA. You know how to design and how to actually customize these forms. I think this brings us to the end of this tutorial. And if you think this video has helped, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week with the next video. You take care.